Yeah, welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. This is a 100% homemade, custom-built sport fishing boat. All right. In my last video, we actually mocked up and built the outriggers, tuna tower, and added some scale details for realism. All right, today we're going to make a motor mount. All right, I'm going to show you guys how to get to that point. I'm going to go into weight distribution, battery placement, prop shaft angle, and what is the best prop shaft angle for a submerged drive boat. The whole nine. It's a long video. If you're on here just for the motor mount, it's toward the end. I'll put a time frame right here. Stick around. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Big B with Ironclad RC. So basically, let's get started with the motor mount. All right, with your motor mount and prop shaft. All right, your rudder. You gotta figure out the layout of your boat first. Okay. What I like to do is I like to start off with battery placement first. All right, kind of get my CG about where it needs to be. Typically on a monohull boat, a fast electric boat, basically, your CG is going to be 1/3 the length of the boat from the transom of the boat. All right, roundabout, give or take. Prepping your boat up is 99.9% of the boat build. Okay, if you get the initial stage, which is prepping the boat, wrong, you're going to have a boat that doesn't perform as expected. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead, put the motor in. Okay, I think my motor is going to be somewhere in here. All right, so let's put it right there just for the time being. Let me grab a servo real quick. So my servo probably going to be somewhere in here. CG with the batteries in the boat. See where the CG's at. All right, so she's bow heavy there. All right, so I'm thinking about right there where my water outlet's at. All right. Also take your water entrance and exits in account when you're setting up your boat. All right. I'm running these dual batteries kind of as a ballast. I'll run them in series, you know. Use it as a ballast to ballast out the boat. So I'm going to make my battery holders fully adjustable. Okay, I know it's not going to be a fast boat. It's probably going to be a very slow boat. So moving it back, actually moved my CG back about a 1/2 inch. Let's put the top back on. Okay, so that's more like it right there. So that's probably what we're going to do. We're going to run one battery in the center there, and then we'll run one toward the back. All right, I just cut this out with no rhyme or reason. Just basically just mocked up a little motor mount. All right, we got to figure out how high the motor is going to be off the bottom of the boat, so we can get the angle right. 0 to 10, well, 0 to 5 degrees is like ideal. That's ideal for a submerged drive. Sometimes you're not able to do 0 to 5 degrees. All right, so 10 degrees would be like a maximum to where you get good performance, efficiency, very low vibration, and cavitation. Anything over 10 degrees, you're going to run into issues with cavitation and vibrations. All right, you'll also run into issues with steering. Okay, and also you're going to run into issues with the boat riding bow down, riding too wet in the front of the boat, lifting the back of the boat up out the water, and it's not going to be efficient. All right, so like I got 3 holes here. All right, I started off with this top hole, and that was about 20 degrees. So I went down here about 18, and my bottom hole here is around 9 degrees or so. So yeah, I'm gonna go from there with my prop angle. All right, that should give me plenty of room to put a big enough propeller on the boat, prop up, prop down, and yeah. So now we just need to find where the shaft's gonna exit the boat. All right. So if I do it right here, it's actually gonna sit on that beam right there. Okay. So let's see what it looks like with the motor mounted on the other side of the beam. Okay, and then we'll be able to come out the boat a little bit farther up with our through hull for the stuffing tube. Alright, so I've got like a 38mm prop right here. It's about the size I'll probably run on this boat. Alright, so about like that. That looks alright. So now we know about where our hole's going to be. I'm going to go ahead and mark it around about so we can get, once we get the hole drilled, we could figure out what angle we need on our motor mount. I've got a piece of poster board cut here. Basically make the template is what we're going to pull the actual motor mount, cut the motor mount from. That way we're not wasting aluminum, you know, just mock it up. So let's find center. Center should be 20 of 40, so 20 here. Alright, make my line on center and check it. It looks like it's good. Alright, let's go ahead and bring it down to where the bottom of the mount, where it mounts onto the boat, just so we know where center is there as well. I'm going to go with like a 15mm like base, you know, where we're going to drill the holes and make it epoxy dam. So let's go ahead and mark 15mm on here on each side. Alright, give us something to work from. Shaft's going to be alright, and the bottom line, and get the mounting holes, you know, our so we can actually mount the motor on the motor mount. Now brushless motors, they don't have this little flanged area here, so you don't need to cut out a hole. But I went ahead and got a piece of paper. I got a hole cut out for that bearing support on the brushed motor. Let's see where our holes are. Okay, so what I do is I just hold my piece of paper on there. I'll take my pencil and find where the holes are going to be. This is going to be my template for scribing out the mounting holes for our brush motor. Excuse me. Like I said, you can use this for a brush or brushless motor. So it's going to look something like this once it's done. Alright, now we have our mounting holes. We'll just kind of trace this onto our mount once we're ready, and boom, you know, the same on both sides here. So we've got that. You can make your mount as big or as small as you'd like, you know, it don't have to be exactly the same as mine. If you're planning on like putting a larger motor in the boat, I would maybe make your motor mount a little bit wider, so you know you can it'll support and it'll have a little bit more structural integrity than just this small mount like I'm making here. So now we've got to figure out what angle to put on our motor mount. All right, so let's go ahead and bring these. This is where our tab's going to be on the bottom, where our epoxy dams will be. So we're going to bring that down. Okay, so we're going to cut this out. Alright, this is where the actual mount's going to mount to the bottom of the boat. Alright, so I have that keel there, so I'm actually going to cut mine up a little bit higher to clear the keel. Alright, now we found center. I'm going to go ahead and scribe out my mounting holes. Okay. I might add about 3 or 4 millimeters on each side. It might be a little too skinny. I might need a beef it up a little bit. It might be too thick. I made a motor mount with this a little while ago, and it was really tough to get my my bends right for the tabs, so I may go with this guy here. I think that's going to be perfect. That way I'll be able to bend my motor mount back and forth if needed, you know. So let's use this guy. Alright, now we need to find the angle of our dead rise on the inside of the boat right here. Okay, so I don't really have a good trick to give you for that. I'm gonna kind of wing it, okay? And that's okay. It's okay to wing stuff. Just gonna kind of bend it, put a little bend in it, and see if we can match it up, you know? Something like that. Alright, so now we kind of got the angles of our dead rise so that our mount sits nice and flush on the bottom of the boat. Alright, something like that. I'm going to go ahead and mark with a pencil. Transfer that angle onto the actual permanent mount. Okay. Alright, so see, that's why I cut that angle there, so when you bend it for your dead rise, alright, you actually, it don't like fold over each other. That's why you cut that angle. See how I did that? Instead of cutting it straight down, that's why they cut that angle for you. So that actually looks pretty good. Alright, our motor is going to go here. Now you want to just put it in the boat, make sure everything's going to line up. Make sure I have enough room for my collet. It looks like I will. The angle's good. Alright, good deal, good deal. So let's transfer this to a piece of aluminum and see if we can get it right the first time. That's why I kind of went through all of this with you guys, so that you're not wasting time. So hopefully we can get it right the first shot and we don't have to make a second one, you know? Yeah, I just got a package from one of my subscribers. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah. So we're gonna open it up. I just wanted to kind of give a shout out to Brad. Thank you, man. Thank you. So he's got, oh wow, yeah, man. Got us what was that, 4mm flex drives. Nice. Dual motor, possibly, huh? A prop. Yeah. Good deal. Yeah, man, I love getting packages from my subscribers. This is awesome, yo. Got a bullet nut, drive dog, brush washer. You hooked it up. Yeah, if anybody's interested in sending some swag to Big B, I'm more than willing to take it. You know, give me an email. My email's in the description. Be glad to open it up and give you guys a shout out, you know? Boat related, anything like that. Even if it's just something, whatever, you know, something funny. But got a stuffing tube for it. Nice. Very nicely packaged. What's this here? Looks like a brushed ESC. Alright, that's cool. Come in handy. Oh man, a motor? Huh? Brad, you're the man. Stainless steel cooling tube. Yeah. Oh man, we got more stuff coming. Oh, nice. A Novak EVX. Those things, that used to be the bee's knees back in the day. Yeah, and a big, what is that, like a 45mm Novak fan. Nice. Yeah. So Brad, I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it, man. Oh, this stuff will definitely come in handy for some of my builds, you know? Oh, that's freaking awesome, son. Oh, man. Yeah. So I really, man, I wanted to do a twin motor for this boat. Now that I got these flex cables, man, it's almost too good to pass up now. Jeez. Oh, man. Oh, I'm stoked, Brad. Thanks, brother. I think he said this was a Pro Boat brushed motor. I think it's a 21 turn from a Pro Boat. Thank you, man. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to get back to the sport fishing build. So a little early Christmas present for Big B. Oh, I'm stoked, y'all. I'm stoked. Oh man, I love it. Thank you, brother. Let's do 44. That's what killed Jesse James. 44. And I'm just going to trace what we just made, our mock-up, right out on this piece of aluminum. Okay. I'm going to use my original mount just to make sure this is on the money. Alright, so now we can cut this out and start bending. Just bending the tabs and then drilling the holes. Pretty simple, pretty simple. You know, I make everything too hard for you guys. You gotta watch a 10-minute video just to learn how to make a 5-minute mount. But I like to teach. I like to teach you guys so you know, so you learn, you know. Alright, got my Thor hammer, got a metal chisel to, instead of trying to cut that out with like a grinder or something, I just take a metal chisel, alright, and boom. Alright, if it bends, just take your hammer. It's like an automotive hammer to get dents out. Bend it. Aluminum, very pliable. You can bend it back into shape. All right, see? I use the corners of my vise. I put my mount where my lines are. All right, and then I'll pinch it off. All right, and then what I do is I use a block of wood so I don't bend my aluminum, or keep the bending to a minimum. Okay, and I'm tapping it with a hammer. All right, so I'm just tapping it over like so. Kind of lift your wood as you go. Go all the way. Okay. Get a nice crisp line. You see that? I think I bent it too much, but we can always redo it. Do the same thing on this side. Alright. On the money, let's get it. It actually looks pretty good. So what I need to do is actually cut out a little bit more on this center part so it'll clear this keel. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Probably just file it. Okay. Oh man, my bends are perfect, y'all. Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. Look at that. See that little, that prep, that extra prep, it helps, you know, with your piece, you know, and then bend it to where it's at, and then scribe your line on the bend, and then scribe it onto your workpiece. So now I can, you know, once I get the motor and shaft in here, this aluminum's tough enough, it's going to stay in place, but pliable enough I can move it back and forth to get it lined up right. So I just need to take a little bit more off for that keel there, and yeah, she's money, son. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and drill my holes out. Base for our epoxy dam. All right, all you do is I just usually randomly drill several holes on each side. You know, you can do it random or you can measure it out. It's not really going to be seen. It's just so your epoxy has something to, you know, once you push it down, your epoxy is going to go through the hole and kind of lock it in place, you know. Boom! Yeah, turned out pretty good, you guys. Turned out pretty good. Got my holes drilled for the epoxy dam. All right, I'm on my tabs. I rounded off the top side of the mount, just kind of give it a cleaner, low profile look. I'm going to actually use the stainless steel cooling tube that Brad sent me, one of my subscribers. All right, instead of the aluminum one. That stainless steel looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Thank you, Brad. I got about an 8-degree angle bent on the shaft. All right, about 8 degrees is what my motor shaft will be. So that's where I'm going to put it. The hardest part is getting there. You know what I mean? That's why I went through the whole, you know, spiel about boat setup, CG, shaft angle, kind of just really like scruff the surface of submerged, immersed drive shafts and motor, you know, just kind of scratch the surface. We'll go more into it in the next video when we make the rudder. All right, we're going to make the rudder back here in the next one, drill the stuffing tube. We're actually going to make a stuffing tube from scratch for the solid shaft, so I'll show you guys how to do that as well. Yeah, sorry it was a long video, I apologize, but a lot of stuff in this video that a lot of new guys, new boaters may not know, you know, or some of you old school guys, if you can throw some tips in there for immersed, submerged drive setups, hey, feel free to comment. Yeah. Oh yeah, if you guys want to send me any swag to the channel, to Ironclad RC, old parts you got laying around you're not using anymore, speed controllers, motors, couplers, shafts, you know, anything, hulls. I mean, it could be promotional for your channel, koozie stickers to help promote your channel. I'm willing to help anybody and everybody out. I'm easygoing, and I love all my subscribers, and you know, I appreciate all the views, all the awesome comments that you guys have made. I mean, it don't even have to be stuff. It could be just something funny, like to make somebody laugh. You know what I mean? Open it up. I'll give you guys a shout out. You know, and I would really appreciate whatever you guys, whatever. My email is ironcladedout. All in lowercase letters. It's in the description. Sometimes you can't just click on it and it take you straight to your email. You have to actually manually put it in. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there to you guys. You know, I could use some help with some of these builds. It gets expensive, and I try to think of new content for the channel. So yeah, something for you guys to think about. And I just wanted to say thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Big B with Ironclad RC, Tinker channel where we tinker, test, and tune everything RC. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, share the videos. We'll see you guys next time, huh? Ooh, she's coming together, boys. Show me the way to go home. Boom, boom, boom. Tired and I want to go to bed. We'll see you next time.